greatest movie in the world. I was inspired by Jarvis Johnson's video that was posted a long ass time ago about High School Musical. That gave me the idea to talk about what I think is the greatest movie ever. Let me just give you a hint. It's Scooby-Doo. You see that? It's Scooby-freaking-Doo. That's also another hint. I said it 2 times. I said it twice. If you haven't guessed it by the 2 hints, it's Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. And why is it the greatest film ever? Let's talk about that. Why is Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed the best film? Not just because it has the monsters from the original cartoon coming to life. It also has monsters that were going to be in the film, but then got scrapped. Like the green gaggling ghost. I think there was the headless horseman. And there's a lot of other monsters that were going to appear but didn't because they were scrapped and possibly too scary for a kids movie. And that's just the most satisfying thing, because the tar monster, the Black Knight ghost, the pterodactyl ghost, the zombie, the Bone Brother, and then Miner 49er, and then the Tin Towers Volt Ghost, the Cotton Candy Glob. Those were amazing monsters in the original cartoon. It's just amazing that we got to see them in real life. I just want to see them with all the knowledge that I have about Scooby-Doo, with all these collectibles that I have. I just would love to see Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed all over again. If I just lost all memory of this movie, I would love to see Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed once again. They had an arc, in a sense, where they kept failing. Because in the museum, they tied ropes around themselves and then got dragged around with the pterodactyl ghost and made absolute fools of themselves on the news. So did Fred. Because he said, "I think Coolsville sucks." Scooby and Shaggy also failed at creating the monsters in the first place. So if they wouldn't have created the monsters, then this whole movie wouldn't have happened. The movie was made because of what they did. Then there's Velma. Velma. She has a love interest. This love interest wasn't as good as it was in the first live-action Scooby-Doo movie, but it is still pretty good because it gives us Hot Velma, and Hot Velma is the best Velma. And it's just weird how she has her sweater underneath her skin-tight jumpsuit, and her just thinking that it's Seth Green. Just forgot his character, even though I was super hyped to see him in the Scooby-Doo Where Are You Now reunion thing.
Sophisticated, intelligent, best friend teenagers.
Oh, hey!
Has been.
And then Velma just having insecurity problems throughout this whole movie.
I think Coolsville sucks.
Let's talk a little bit more about Fred. Fred, he doesn't really have a character in this movie, because in the treehouse scene, he's just ending a sentence of Velma that Velma could have ended, but then he just needed to seem like a character and there was no real trap, so Fred was just not needed in this movie. I mean, he is needed because he's part of the Scooby Gang, but Fred is just not as well needed as because he didn't apply anything to the plot, because Scooby and Shaggy just made the plot. Velma figured out the plot, and Daphne did too. Just was really there to finish Velma's sentence and make the Mystery Inc. look like an idiot and make Coolsville suck. Daphne, I can say, is more of a girl in this episode. She still had her karate skills, I believe. because she wanted to fight the 10,000 volt ghost. That's just the stupidest thing. Why would she try to fight electricity? But she had more of her girly side, trying to use the makeup to get out of things. I mean, the Scooby Gang, obviously, it's Scooby-Doo. It's gonna be bonkers. The main thing that I loved about this movie was bringing back the monsters from the old shows. That's what I like about Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Add that to the counter. I want to just see it for the first time again. And now, I asked my sister this a long ass time ago, and I told her Scooby-Doo 2 is the one movie that I want to see over again. Now I ask you guys, what is the number one movie that you want to rewatch for the very first time? And what movie do you think is the greatest movie of all time? I'm Wayne. That was my rant. See you in the next one. Peace. Don't know if that's an intro, the outro is gonna stay, but hey.